the talking about the witness knowledge did the last day.
Oh, yes. That Snow Witch really got revenge on us, didn't she? Oh, gob, gob, she certainly did. Gob, gob, gob. Gob, gob, gob. Maybe we should just leave the pixies alone anyhow. Gob, 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 gob. What are you talking about? No, we won't. We'll teach them a lesson. Gob, 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 gob. I'm the baby goblin. I'm here to tell you that I've got a great idea. What's this great idea? Let me go and see the Goblin Wizard, and you'll see. So the baby goblin went down the dark, smelly, slippery path.
Daddy, there is folded some daddy caca.
Oh, probably, yes. All kinds of animal caca everywhere, of course. And down she went to the heart of the mountain where the Goblin Wizard waited, who was stirring some pots where there was thick smoke, smelly smoke coming out of the pots. And there were dead mice hanging on the wall, and lizards' tails, and birds' wings, and buckets and buckets of slime and mud.
And the Goblin Wizard's room was spikes and stuff, whiskers, monster hands, more and stuff like that.
Things like that, yes. And the baby goblin said, Maybe, Goblin Wizard? Yeah, baby goblin. Can you make me a special potion? Well, I can try, and I can always try. Well, it's like this. Sheila and Googoo are very good friends, aren't they? Well, everyone knows that. Gob, gob, gob. How can it be a good goblin? I don't understand it. Oh. Well, could you make me a potion that I sound like Sheila? That shouldn't be too hard. Gob, gob. What are you going to do with it? You'll see. Gob, 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 gob. And so the Goblin Wizard and the baby goblin stood over the potion, and they spat inside it.
Baby doesn't need most of tatter in it.
Okay, they both made a caca inside too. Plop, plop, as well. It's a really stinky potion. And they poured in like some really bad vinegar, and they put in a little bit of snail slime, and they put in a crow's feather and stirred it up. It was fizzing and bubbling away, and the Goblin Wizard took a spoon and put some of it into a little bottle. There you go. You'll sound like anyone you want now. Now, of course the goblins were right, that Googoo and Sheila were very good friends, and every time that Googoo heard Sheila's voice, she always sat up and said, "Oh, hooray, Sheila's coming." So one day, as it was getting dark, Googoo was sitting outside her cave enjoying the sunset, and she heard, "Googoo, help! Sheila needs me." And so Googoo quickly stood up and ran off through the forest and towards the sound of Sheila's voice. "Sheila, where are you? I'm coming." "Googoo, help, please come, quick." And Sheila's voice was now inside the forest somewhere, in a place where Googoo had never really gone. "I'm coming, Sheila. What's wrong?" "Just hurry, Googoo. Come, quick, quick." And they carried on like that. The Googoo ran deeper and deeper into the forest, and Sheila's voice was going farther and further away, and Googoo ran faster and faster, further away from home, and further into the forest, and it got darker and darker and darker, until finally Googoo had no idea where she was. "Sheila, I'm lost." "Good, I'm glad you're lost," said Sheila's voice. "Sheila, what do you mean you're glad I'm lost?" "Sheila, why would you say such a thing?" "Because, you silly goblin, I'm not Sheila. Hee, I'm the baby goblin. I just took a magic potion to have Sheila's voice. Fooled you." "Why would you do such a thing?" "To get you lost forever." Go, 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 go. And the baby goblin ran off, leaving Googoo in the dark. Oh, she didn't know where she was.
The baby goblin also got lost.
Well, this time the baby goblin had she had a clue. She'd made like a long string of a spider's web to put her back to the cave, because the same thing happened when she got Sheila lost, didn't she? But this time she had a rope made of spider's web, and she followed it all the way back to the caves of the mountains. But Googoo didn't know where that web was. Googoo was completely lost in the dark. And she said, "Oh, what am I going to do?" What was that sound? Ah, probably nothing. What's that? Oh, it's just a tree. Okay, I must stay calm. In the morning I'll feel better when I can see where I am. Maybe I'll find my way home. But what was that sound? There's someone there. Who is it? Don't come closer, or I'll hit you with a stick. And the steps went around, but then they came back closer again. Googoo felt so scared. She said, "As you come closer, I'll smash you in the face." And the steps went away, but then they came closer again. And Googoo said, "Oh, please don't hurt me." And then she heard a voice that said, "I don't want to hurt you." Who is it? Who is it? Are you a troll? Are you a goblin? Are you some kind of monster? I don't know what I am. You don't know what you are? No. Everybody knows what they are. Pixies know they're pixies. Goblins know they're goblins. Even trolls know they're trolls. Well, no one's ever told me what I am. What do you mean? Well, I don't know anybody. What do your friends call you? I don't have any friends. And even a Googoo the goblin couldn't see who it was because it was so dark. She felt sorry for this creature she met in the dark. She said, well, why don't you come closer?" Though she was very scared about it. Okay. And she felt the creature reach out a little hand, or was it a paw? She wasn't quite sure. And Googoo took it and held it in her hand.
And to see?
She couldn't see anything because it was so dark, and they didn't have a torch or any kind of candle or anything like that. And she said, "Oh, are you hungry?" "Yes, I'm often quite hungry, actually, because all I eat is a little bit of moss every now and then." And luckily, Googoo, when she ran off from the cave, she'd been eating a couple of cookies, and she had them still in her pocket in her waistcoat. "Here, I've got a cookie for you." "What's a cookie?" Here, try one." "Wow, that's amazing," the creature said. "What do you call it?" "A cookie. Haven't you ever had a cookie before?" "No, I don't even know what a cookie is, but wow, it tastes good." "Oh, well, would you like to hear a story?" "What's a story?" "Oh, well, a story is when you tell someone something interesting or funny that happened." "Okay." And so Googoo told this creature all the things that had been happening to her with Sheila and Rosie.
Caterpillar.
Well, she never really found out, because although she told lots of stories, and they became really good friends in the dark, even though she couldn't see who she was.
But in the morning time.
Well, before the morning came, they saw a light in the distance. Googoo! Googoo! Sheila? Googoo! Sheila, over here! And it was Sheila the pixie who came along to save the day with a team of pixies, and they had sticks that with a fire on top, like burning torches, and they came, big candles, and they came looking for Googoo. "Googoo, Sheila! Googoo, Sheila!" She said to the creature, "Hey, it's okay, Sheila's here. Why don't you come with us?" "No, thank you." "What do you mean, no thank you? You can come and you can eat cookies with us and be warm around a fire and have fun." And the creature said, "It was very nice meeting you. It was. I heard stories and I ate a cookie, but I belong in the darkness. I can't go to the light. You go to your friends. I'll be okay." No, please come with me. It was very nice to meet you. What's your name, Googoo? Yes. What's your name? Oh, I don't really have a name. Well, you're my friend in the darkness, and
Darkness.
darkness, I can call you. Oh, yes, because I do like the darkness, actually, even though it is a bit lonely sometimes. Will you come and see me again? I, I, I'll try, but it's so dark, I don't know how to find you again. Oh, that's okay. You just walk in the darkness, and I'll find you anytime you want to. And so after that, every now and then, Googoo went off with Sheila then with the pixies, and she told Sheila all about it. But every now and then, once or twice a year, Googoo would walk out in the darkness until she was completely lost, until she would hear, and the little hand would come and take hers, and they would hold hands in the dark. And then she'd always bring cookies with her, and she'd give some cookies to her new friend, Darkness, and tell her nice stories.
What was it?
Well, she never really found out because it was always dark when she met her. But this creature was so shy and she loved to live in the dark, and she became kind of...
Did you live in the light shadow also?
Yeah, she liked to be... She didn't want ever to be seen, but she didn't mind to meet Googoo when no one could see her.
Sheila's okay?
Sheila had never become there, only Googoo did it. Because she was very shy, she didn't want to have many friends. Just Googoo.
Sheila's not too shy.
Sheila's not too shy.
Not brave, a little shy.
Yeah.